Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. First one is from the Tigray region, where both TPLF groups claim to be working in the right direction, accusing each other of corruption, irregularities, greed for power. I made videos on the Congress organized by the Debrecen wing and the meeting held by Gacha group. I have observed some things which I want to share with you, showing that both parties showed disregard for respect for the use of public funds. Secondly, Ethiopian government has introduced a new system for imports. Franco Valuta is the name of this system. We know that Ethiopian Birr lost around 100% of its value in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Can this new measure, introduction of Franco Valuta, help Ethiopian traders, Ethiopian importers? What would be its impact on imports in Ethiopia? Is it a good move or not? I am not an economist, I'm just a layman, but I share my views with you. I might be wrong, but let's understand the economic decisions jointly. You're free to comment about this move. Uh, in comment section, you can write your comments so that we can jointly understand what the government wants. Let's start from Tigray, viewers. In Tigray, we saw that in Mekelle in the last 1 week, two key meetings were held. First meeting was basically a conference attended by TPLF cadres, new central committee, executive committee members were elected by TPLF Debrecen wing. Debrecen was chosen as the chairman. Emmanuel Asif was chosen as the deputy chairman of the party. This Congress went on for 7 days. Gita Achoreda, Tigray interim president, also called a meeting of the other TPLF group, which he is leading. Two meetings have been held. In their statements, these two groups, the Debrecen group and Getachew group, they have been accusing each other of corruption. I've seen statements from both these parties accusing each other of corruption. Question is, what happened in the last 1 week in Tigray? Were any state resources used by these groups in their meetings? Firstly, TPLF Congress. Well, what I have been seeing is that some TPLF officials who were part of the Tigray interim government they used public vehicles. Even some used ambulances for their movement to Mekelle, Tigray's capital. This conference was held in Mekelle. We saw pictures and videos showing official vehicles being used for the meeting, for the Congress held by TPLF Debrecen wing. Is it a violation of the code of conduct which should be followed by government officials? Yes. Problem is that executive and legislature are intertwined in Ethiopia. Those who are Prosperity Party members, they are appointed administrators too. So they have, so they work in both capacities as party representatives and as government representatives too. So definitely they make undue illegal use of government buildings, government assets which are provided to them. Yes, in TPLF Debrecen wing meeting, some use of state resources was seen. But people brought by force there, what they paid, I'm not sure. Because I think most of them came on their own. They were under pressure. They are not happy with Gacha group and they are committed to TPLF's old ideology. So they came on their own. No pressure on them. They were not paid, I think. So I think behind the scenes, people might have done some lobbying. But we cannot say that the crowd at TPLF, the Bratzian Congress, was a paid crowd. No, it cannot be said. Things are different when we analyze Gita Achoreda's meeting. He held a one-day long meeting in Makale. He tried to show his political muscle. I said, by the way, when I made a video about Gita's meeting, that he was trying to flex his political muscle. He was showing to the federal government that he was commanding large number of TPLF officials. Now, what is being revealed is that Gita Achoreda group paid people allowance for 4 days. Government officials were paid 4-day allowance to attend this TPLF Congress. All those who attended Gitacho Congress, they were not TPLF members and cadres. Some government officials are also called, they were paid, they attended the Congress meeting, you can say. They were paid allowance of 4 days, but in just 1 day, the meeting ended. Some journalists even were offered allowance as well. They refused to accept. International journalists they did not accept allowance, but it is being confirmed by several people. So both parties misused public funds, you can say, or they resorted to illegal practice. You cannot pay people to attend a party congress. You cannot use vehicles for a party congress, vehicles owned by the government. You cannot pay party workers and journalists to attend a meeting, which happened in the case of Gita Achoreda's meeting. Gita Achoreda is very vocal in his criticism of TPLF. The Western group, he said, this group has been in power for decades. They've been looting Tigray resources. And he's a champion of the cause that party and government should be separate. That's what Sadkan has been preaching to, that parties should have nothing to do with the working of the government. But here you see that Gita Choreda paid government officials to pose as TPLF members. Secondly, viewers, Franco Valuta has been introduced by Ethiopian government. What is Franco Valuta? Franco Valuta is a system which businessmen can use when they want to import something and they don't want to make payments through banks. They can use money which they have abroad. They can make payments using that money which is abroad, and they can import things. They don't have to go through Ethiopian process of getting foreign exchange or getting a letter of credit in Ethiopia. Obviously, it speeds up the imports, but question is, why did the government take this decision? Why was there need for such a decision? Does it mean there's still shortage of dollars in Ethiopia? Obviously, when you import, you pay in dollars or other foreign currencies. Does it mean that the government wants to save as many dollars as it can? Still, there is shortage, there is high demand. So government is telling businessmen to use their money, which is deposited abroad. Yes, it could be one of the reasons. But will any Ethiopian take the risk of spending its dollars, which are deposited at a bank abroad? I don't think so. Traders, businessmen will only spend their foreign currency abroad to import in Ethiopia if they see a real advantage, real profit. Otherwise, Ethiopian Birr a little stable now. Still, I don't think that the businessmen would like to spend their foreign money in other countries for imports in Ethiopia. And I think it might give a boost to Ethiopian black market. People could be now pushing themselves towards black market if Franco Valuta is fully implemented. I think that business community won't spend its money which is abroad. Let's see. Government is trying to save as many dollars as it can. It introduced new foreign exchange termination system. It banned 12 banks a few days ago for violating code of conduct about selling and purchasing dollars as the currencies. But it seems that the economic crunch is still ongoing. Coming months crucial. The value of Birr against dollar is stable now. It's around 115, both in open market and in black market. Thanks for watching.